Hello and welcome back to our Power of Thought series, in which we explore the art of creating the thoughts that can make a difference. And today our topic is Every Thought Counts. Well, we have two main treasures in our life, the time and thoughts. But time is something gross, while thoughts is something very subtle. Sometimes we feel that we have too much time and we are not sure what to do, and sometimes we feel that we are lacking time. So is time related in a way to our thoughts and our patterns of thinking? And today we are having with us Sister Mira. Sister Mira, welcome back to this talk show to discuss this wonderful topic of relationship between our thoughts and the time. Is there any connection at all between what we think and how we think and our experience of time?
Yes, definitely. There is a very deep connection between thinking and our time. Because, you know, we have seen people who think slowly and think positive. For them, the time always, expands. They feel like they have a lot of time and they can relax. But people who think too fast and too much, they always complain that there is no time, because for them the time contracts. So they always blame time. I don't have time. I cannot manage time. In fact, you cannot manage time, because time is only fixed. It's 24 hours a day. You can't get more than that. What I can only learn is to manage my mind, my relationship with the time, so that I am able to, get the maximum benefit from what I am doing. So what I feel is that if I want to really empower my thoughts, I should learn to do one thing at a time. See, what happens now, we don't have enough time, is because we are doing one action and we are thinking about something I have to do tomorrow. So my thoughts are scattered, it's not focused. So I am not able to do the quality work that is in my hand, and I am not even doing what I am supposed to do tomorrow. I have to wait until tomorrow. So my own experience is that if I can plan what I want to do, but take one thing at a time and put your heart and soul into it, so then you would find that the result is very good. Then you don't have any pressure of time. Then you are able to use less thoughts and you are able to achieve more.
It's interesting that you mentioned the quality of thoughts.
Yeah.
That people who think positively, they have more time.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking just in terms of quantity. Some people think more, some people think less. So quality of thoughts also plays its role in that.
If it is less thought, it is always quality.
Okay.
It cannot be quantity, because see, thought becomes things, you know. That means thoughts materialize.
Okay.
Like suppose, say, if I want something to be materialized, I want something to happen according to my thoughts. It is possible. That means I have to create one powerful thought, and I just hold that thought in my mind. You know, I don't have to repeat it also. It's a quality thought. I just hold, I embody that thought, and so it becomes things. The vibrations of those thoughts goes into the atmosphere, and then whatever you wanted, the nature brings those things closer to you. Your power of thoughts attracts those things towards you because you have quality thoughts. So this is how people get things accomplished in their life. So I have to teach myself, if I know the value of my thought, then I have to make sure I have quality thoughts, and the speed of my thoughts are always slow. In a way, I don't even have to slow thinking, I just embody that thought. So my time will be saved, my thoughts also will be saved. So what we say, less expense and great splendor. You spend less from your mind, but you get more than what you have thought about. But in order to understand, say for example, what is the value of every second, first understanding the value of time, then automatically I can understand the value of my thoughts. So I just want to share something.
Right.
See, if I want to understand the value of 1 year, what is the value of 1 year? So I can ask a student who just failed in the examination. He knows the value of 1 year. So suppose if I want to know the value of 1 month, so I can ask a mother who has given birth to a premature baby. If I want to know the value of 1 week, I can ask the weekly editor, weekly magazine editor, what is the value of 1 week?
Yeah.
If I want to know the value of 1 hour, whom shall we ask? We can ask a lover who is waiting to meet her beloved. But if I want to know the value of 1 minute, you can ask a guy who just missed the train.
That's too much.
And if you want to know the value of 1 second, you can ask a driver who just avoided an accident.
Yeah.
But if you want to know the value of 1/100th of a second,
1/100th of a
second,
okay,
you can ask a person who won the gold medal in the Olympics, why someone got the silver medal and why someone got the gold medal. It's just a matter of few seconds. So that means every second counts, every 1/100th of a second counts, together every thought counts. So that is why I said, if you know the value of thought and if you know the value of time, so you can achieve a lot.
I think that many people, they would say that they know the value of time. And they would agree that their thoughts are also valuable and they are important. But then when they face some adverse situations, stressful situations, they are overwhelmed with negative thoughts, and sometimes they're not able to free themselves from those thoughts, even if they know that their performance becomes low and they are not effective at that time. But that is sort of a vicious circle. Those thoughts are rotating in their mind. So what would you recommend to people?
Actually,
in such
what
situations?
you need is wisdom, because you cannot just control your thoughts under such stressful situations, or you cannot disguise yourself saying, oh, it is not there. It is there practically. So what I need to seek for is wisdom. I need to have wisdom in my mind so that I am able to use that wisdom at that time, so that I don't need to feel the stress. Like for example, when something happens in life, maybe somebody is insulting, somebody is criticizing. So maybe that's a stressful situation for somebody. So at such a time, I have to understand that this is a situation that is teaching me to increase my tolerance power.
Okay.
So I consider situations as a learning process, so that I don't create stress in me, but I look at the positive side of it. So it is lack of wisdom that makes us use extra thoughts. So that is why we say that in our society today, we have a lot of intellectuals, but not many wise people. So we need to seek for wisdom. We need to seek for knowledge and practice knowledge in action. So when sudden situation comes, we can put a break. So it is very important that we use our thoughts as a treasure, just like we count dollars. You know, suppose if you go to market, you buy something, if they say it is $10, you try to ask them to make it $9. You want to save $1 because you know the value of money that you earn with your own hard effort. So in the same way, if I know the value of my thoughts,
and it seems to me that my thoughts are free.
Yeah, that's what is, I think.
I don't earn them, and I have an unlimited stock of them.
It's free. That's what happens, you know, because we consider thoughts free. So who cares? When you get something free, you can just use it generously, you know. But now, from today, if you understand your thought is like a seed, you know, every seed, one single seed can grow many fruits. So I should not waste my seed hollow. It should be filled with some potential, some energy. So when I look at that in a way, then I will make sure that I don't lose it. I don't think too much. See, I can start off, maybe this could be the exercise for this week, you know, where you used to use 10 thoughts, for example, now you consider as $10. So save at least 5 thoughts, think only 5 thoughts, you know, save 5 more thoughts, because every thought counts. If you want to accomplish something, your thoughts need to be powerful, and powerful thoughts are not many. You know, when we have too many thoughts, all thoughts cannot be accomplished.
Definitely.
So I need to have one powerful thought, and I hold it with patience, with the faith that it will happen. That is how it takes the shape.
Perhaps another thing that makes lots of leakages of our energy, of our treasures, are sort of repetitive thoughts. They are not negative. They're not thoughts of anger or irritation. But as you mentioned in the beginning, that we are doing something and we keep thinking of what we have to do tomorrow. And we can't stop those thoughts. And it seems that the action itself is quite simple. But then I again and again continue thinking about that. So
repetitive thoughts is also waste of energy. So I need to have confidence. This is lack of faith in myself. Why I repeat that thought is because of my own self-doubt. You know, like some people have to do something and they have the habit of forgetting, so they keep repeating, I have to do this after this. So it's a repetitive thing about either thoughts or words. Is waste of energy.
I just think that I'm responsible, that I have to do everything accurately.
That's fine. That's the reason why it comes is because of self-doubt. There is lack of self-confidence. So if I have created one thought, you know, I have to do this, then I just do it. I don't need to waste the thought energy by repeating it.
So
it makes your life complicated. So I say that a simple life means not even to repeat the thoughts again and again, not to repeat the words again and again. Once said is enough, you know. It carries so much of weight that it get accomplished.
Oh, it's interesting that you connect these repetitive thoughts with my lack of self-confidence. So it's about virtues, it's about powers, rather than just sort of putting a full stop, applying a full stop to this flow of thoughts.
No, even to apply a full stop, you need to have wisdom. You know, like something has happened, say for example, some of your beloved ones died. Immediately I have to put a full stop, because that person has died, they won't come back. So if I have repeating thoughts in my mind, why they died, it should not happen. So it's a waste of my thoughts. So I have to use the wisdom at that time. Okay, I know the soul is immortal, it never dies. They have just finished their part in this costume and they have gone to play another part. So this wisdom is going to allow me to apply a full stop. So I will not have extension of thoughts. But ignorance, when there is ignorance about life and death, we are not sure what happens at the time of death. We are not sure where that person is going to. And sometimes because we have attachment, so we begin to think of all these unnecessary thoughts. Otherwise, it's finished. So now if I have love for that person, I just send good wishes, let there be peace with that soul. That is my expression of love. So even to apply a full stop, not to extend my thoughts, I need to have wisdom. Different wisdom is necessary for different situations. So I think this is a wisdom that we all have to learn, to apply a full stop to the past, understanding past is history. Past is like a cancelled check.
Okay.
And future is like a promissory note. It's yet to come, it's not in my hand.
Yeah.
So what is in my hand is the cash. So use it and enjoy your life. So if you live in the present, if you understand the power of now, you save your thoughts.
Sometimes even this understanding that how valuable every thought is can be a little bit stressful, because since when I don't know the value of thoughts, I just spend them carelessly. Yeah, I can pay for that later. But now I know that every thought counts. Every thought, just you mentioned, is like $1. And then I sort of start checking every thought of mine. And then I see that still lots of dollars are wasted, and I become stressful because of that. How to avoid this tension of paying attention?
Means make it natural. This is not natural.
Because every thought is valuable. I don't want to lose it.
No, just the realization. It's not that realization. See, when you were a child, somebody gave you $100 note, and you did not know that was money. So you just teared it like a baby piece of paper and throw it away. But when you become an adult, when you understand that is money, will you do the same thing? So same thing applies to our thought. So when I have understood, this is the value, there is no question of tension, realization. We have not realized yet the power of thought. Because I think, as we spoke earlier, we still feel that they are free. So you can spend. So stop spending your thought, but use your thought. Be economical. Maybe you can have a savings account to save your thoughts.
What it means, a savings account in respect of thoughts?
Now, what it means is like, you accumulate the power of thoughts so that your thought can become things. Thought becoming things means materialized. So that is actually the great achievement of the power of thought. That is why, these people who practice meditation, who practice concentration, all these, they attain what they want because there is the power in their thought. It is like a seed. And so I'm sure, when I realize its power, I will not waste it. Just like if I realize the value of $1, I will not tear it, I will not throw it like a paper to the waste paper basket. I will preserve it, I will treasure it. Same thing I will do with my thought also. For me, you count every thought like $1 so that you keep the rest of it to accomplish what you want to accomplish in the future.
And another thing that can arise is that when I pay attention to creating fewer thoughts, and I sort of free some space inside my mind.
Yeah.
But then, as sometimes they say that an empty mind is the devil's workshop.
No, this is not empty mind.
I get some...
This space is not called empty mind.
It's not empty.
No. Empty mind is that there is, you know, no thoughts, unnecessary thoughts filled my mind. Just like when you leave a house empty, who lives in that house? You know, evil spirits and animals and all come and live there. So empty mind means idle mind, you know, thinking about yesterday, thinking about tomorrow, thinking about other people. So it's all clustered. So that is different. Here, when I create a fewer thoughts, it's like an oasis. My mind becomes like that, like a lake.
It's not that I'm making my mind just
No, it's
free,
not blank
empty.
mind. It's not an empty mind. It is a full mind. But less thoughts, and you feel your mind is healthy and you feel happy that you are able to accomplish what you thought becomes things, you know. So it's different, totally different.
Oh, that's interesting that you mentioned that though I have fewer thoughts and still my mind remains full.
Yeah. Not empty, so that devils cannot take place there, you know. It's an ideal mind, a mind that is silent. A mind that has fewer thoughts is called an ideal mind, which is going to become God's workshop.
It's interesting because then if I have lots of thoughts, but they're negative thoughts or waste thoughts, then I can say that my mind is empty.
Yeah.
Because actually those thoughts are not filling me.
Yeah, it's not filling you and it's not giving any rewards.
That's interesting. I never thought of that.
Yes. And also another expression they use, you know, why we make our thoughts weak is because we mind other people's business more than our own business. So finally we become bankrupt.
Okay.
So we should stop minding other people's business if I want to value my thoughts. Because if you look at your mind whole day, most of the thoughts that are coming is not about yourself, about other people.
Oh, that's true.
Lot of thoughts is about other people and lot of thoughts about past and future. And so if I can mind my own business, it is not selfish, but if I only think that which is necessary and keep the pause between each thought, so I will energize my mind.
Sister Mira, do you believe in this sentence, this phrase that think less and do more?
Yeah.
Is it...
think less, do more means do what you think. So your thoughts materialize. So that is the success.
Okay, so if I think too much,
then you
I
do
just
less.
Don't have energy or time.
And you do less.
Okay.
And then you're always dissatisfied. You did not do what you think.
And then I start thinking that I'm dissatisfied and I start remembering. Yeah,
so why we get disappointed? Because we think too much which we cannot do. So you must know your capacity, you must know your responsibility, you must know your availability, then you plan accordingly, then you feel happy that you are able to accomplish more.
Okay, I see.
So it's a very good slogan to remember, you know, because if you think less, you will do more. Because your thoughts will become your actions, and that is called determination. Determination is the power of mind. You know, that is why they say where there is a will, there is a way.
Yeah.
Impossible can become possible if I have the power in my thoughts. If I believe I can do it, I will do it.
Okay.
But if I don't believe I can, I will not do it. So that is why I have to remember I can do it. Then it will give me the power, I will do it. And that is how success comes closer to us.
You mentioned determination as one of the basic things for making our thoughts powerful. What other virtues or qualities are required for us to make sure our thoughts are powerful and these thoughts become things?
First is as I said, self-belief, faith in the self. That, self-belief. Because 80% of the task is accomplished on the basis of my attitude, not altitude. And secondly, I need determination. Thirdly, I need courage.
Okay.
And lastly, I need patience. Because when I have these 4 virtues, powers within me, I can make thoughts into things. That means I am able to succeed in my life. I get what I want.
Sister Mira, thank you so much for joining us for this episode.
Thank you.
Thank you. From today onwards, we are going to pay more attention to every thought of ours, because as we have understood, every thought counts. And as we were suggested, we will have this attitude that we have to spend our thoughts economically, and we should have a stock of positive and powerful thoughts, because ultimately our thoughts become things. So, hope you will join us for our next episode, which will be dedicated to the thought power and the practice of meditation. Until then, goodbye and take care.